yeah, I think you should just learn about her trauma and like his trauma, and like it's just really sad is what I've heard. I picked this up when I was listening to Red Taylor's version, so like that's probably the reason. Hey everyone, it's Sunny. Welcome back to my channel. Of course, the one time that I decide to film, and the only time that I have available to film this week, is like the one time where it's like really gloomy and there's no light at all, so that's my bad. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about all of the books that I want to read before the end of the year. The year ends in literally a month, so good luck to me about that. Not me thinking that I can literally read like 30 books this month before the year ends. But regardless, I wanted to share all of the books, at least all the books that are on my radar. So on my list, I have seasonal books, actually a lot of sequels. Don't kill me, don't kill me. There's literally so many sequels that I have to read. Actually, the first book that's on my list is actually a book from today's sponsor, so a quick word from the sponsor of this video. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Book of the Month is a super popular and fast-growing online book service for readers. Their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books they love. Their team vets hundreds of books each month and gives readers their choice from a curated selection of new and early release titles, so you can spend more time reading and less time researching. As of right now, there's no international shipping, so Book of the Month only ships to US addresses. Each month, it's just delivered right to your doorstep in this pretty blue box, and in it will be the book that you pick for that month. So without further ado, here are the 5 books for December's picks. So first we have 𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐬. This is their contemporary fiction pick for this month, and look at how beautiful and stunning this cover is. Oh my gosh. It's about 2 siblings who are vying for the American dream until Hurricane Maria drags their estranged mother back into their lives. Sounds amazing. Next we have A History of Wild Places by 𝐤𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐻, and this is a mesmerizing tale about the search for a missing woman seen going into an isolated forest town with some secrets. This one's also so beautiful. Excited for this one too. Next we have A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham, and this is their thriller pick for this month. Also a debut and early release. When a serial killer emerges with an eerily familiar pattern, Chloe Davis wonders if she really escaped her past. That sounds so interesting. Next is also a debut, and this one is a memoir, and personally I love memoirs so much, and the cover is also really beautiful. It's Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, a moving coming-of-age memoir about the complication of family, provides ample testament to the resilience of love. That sounds amazing. Sounds moving. I'm probably gonna cry my eyes out when I read this, so love that for me. The last of this month's 5 picks. Personally, this would be my personal pick, The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knott, and this is their romance pick for December, and obviously it's a holiday romance, and I love reading festive holiday books about 2 twins who could both use a reset and decide to revive their childhood habit and switch places and obviously find love. That literally sounds like The Princess Switch, The Parent Trap, The Holiday, like all combined into one. So I'm definitely gonna be reading this in a reading vlog this winter, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. And then lastly, here's their add-on pick for December, which is The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. It's actually one of my most anticipated releases for this year, but this is a non-fiction, and I think that it is a series of essays. I'm so excited to read it. Book of the Month has the best price for new release hardcover fiction. We all know how much like adult hardcover fiction can go, upwards to like over $30. But with Book of the Month, you can get your first book for just $5 with the code JOLLY, which is so good. So yeah, make sure you check out the links in the description below to get your first book for just $5. Once again, thank you so much for Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Okay, now on to the rest of the book. Of course, just like the holiday swap, there are so many holiday romances that I want to read. Like I binge got so many, literally just from like the cover, because yes, I judge books by the cover, because what else is the cover there for? The first book that I got is Always in December by Emily Stone. I heard that this book is kind of similar to One Night in December by Josie Silver, which I tried reading last year and I didn't like it because I don't love a cheating trope or like a homewrecker trope, but I don't know, this one doesn't seem like that. This one is about a couple who like always like run into each other in like the weirdest places, like so they always like see each other in like different periods of their life. It's like their love story, and that sounds kind of cute. So yeah, the next one is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. I got this one because it's about Christmas and it's about a bookshop, so yeah, next book. I'm just kidding. This one is about 2 sisters, I'm pretty sure, and I think one of them moves with her sister and helps run the bookshop and falls in love with like an author who comes to the bookshop. And I have 2 sisters, and I always love a book about sister relationships. Oh, next there's 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Lewis. This book is about when there's like a giant snowstorm, I think. It's about 2 people who end up actually meeting, and they spend 8 perfect hours with each other, obviously, and they obviously don't think they're ever gonna meet again ever, but obviously that's not true, so yeah. Oh, and then we have Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I'm not too sure what this one is about actually, but it has royalty and it's about the holidays, so yeah, I'm into that. Next is The 12 Dates of Christmas. I think she gets set up, like she goes on like 12 different dates, and I think that's a trope that I've actually never read, but I know that a lot of people love, so I'm willing to read that one too. Another like festive seasonal book that's not a holiday romance that I want to read is A Winter's Promise. Okay, this series has been all over TikTok, The Mirror Visitor. One of you guys told me that it has like a really good romance in it, and it takes place in like the winter time, so yeah, I actually really want to get to that too. I literally have no clue what it's about though. Okay, the next couple books that are on my list are all sequels. The first one is so fun. It's These Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the second book to These Violent Delights. If you know, you know. These Violent Delights is the start of my YouTube channel. Like that's my first video video that I ever posted is a review of just me talking about these violent delights. Oh my gosh, it's like almost a year. Because I started this channel like right at the beginning of 2021. Like literally January 2nd or something. I guess this will be like my one year YouTube anniversary read. This one is a YA historical fantasy. It takes place in Shanghai. It's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling. And I was thoroughly invested in one of the characters. Oh man, I forget what his name is. I think it started with an M, but he's literally the reason that I'll continue the series. And he's the reason that I want to pick up these violent ends. So yeah, I really need to get to that. Okay, the next one is literally jail that I haven't read this yet. It's The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book in the Remnant Chronicles. The first book is The Kiss of Deception. I read The Kiss of Deception like 4 years ago and I haven't continued the series. And I liked the first book, so I don't know why I didn't continue it. This book series is about a princess. I think her name is Leah. She is like betrothed to this prince at the beginning of book 1. Like she doesn't want to get married, so she ends up running away. And she basically just starts over, secret identity. And then she meets 2 men. One of them is the prince that she was supposed to marry, and one of them is an assassin who was sent to kill her, but we don't know who's who. I literally love the main character. She's kind of everything. I kind of want to be her. And I liked how it ended. Like I definitely knew who I was rooting for. I feel like if you know me, it's like literally no surprise who it is. I'm such a one-trick pony. The next sequel and series that I need to finish is the last book in the Diviner series. Oh wait, I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh my gosh, it's literally been such a long time that I literally forgot which book that I was on. Literally jail. I think that the next book that I have to read is Before the Devil Breaks You. That's the 3rd one, yeah? Okay, I should add that to my Goodreads. And I love the series, but all the books are so fat. Like they're actually a whole meal. That's why it's so hard to like pick up the next book. Like, you know what I mean? But I actually love the first and second book. Like I thought they were so good. And I love our characters and I'm fully invested in the couple. If you know me, you know what couple I'm talking about. It's like the couple that aren't together. Nothing happens between them in the first book, and then like very minor things happen in the second book, and I just like love a slow burn. So like they're literally the entire reason that I'm reading this series. It takes place in the Roaring 20s in New York City. Literally the best setting ever. The Roaring 20s is the best time period ever to have a book set in, and you can argue with the wall about that. Just good vibe. Head empty, just vibe. Okay, I'm sure there are more, but those are all of like the book series that I need to finish right now. Let's talk about books that I DNF'd or I'm in the middle of that I really want to finish and or give it another shot. The first book that I'm in the middle of right now is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is her newest release and she's the author of Caraval, and I actually enjoyed the vibes of Caraval a lot. I don't think I'll have any trouble finishing this book. It's pretty fun and it's about a girl. I think her name is 𝐬𝐭𝐬𝐬. She's in love with this boy, but he's about to marry her sister, and so she makes a deal with the Jack of Hearts, kind of like a deal with the devil trope, that he will put a stop to that if she gives him 3 kisses, as in like he gets to decide who she kisses. I don't know too much beyond that because like I said, I haven't finished it yet. Oh, and obviously 𝐬𝐭𝐬𝐬 and the Jack of Hearts are gonna fall in love. We all know that. I love that trope. I don't know why I like that trope of like the deal with the devil trope. It's just so fun. I think it's nice to see like the devil become a simp, you know what I mean? The next book that I need to finish is Brightside by Kim Holden. I started reading this and then I got burnt out in the middle of the week. I ended up putting it away for the time being, but I do want to finish it. It's about a girl. Her name is... Stop. Wait, I want to say Lily. Is her name Lily? Her name's Katie. Where did Lily come from? Hello? It's about a girl named Katie. She ends up moving to a new city to start at a new school, and she's like this really bubbly, bright, like sunny character. Her nickname is Brightside. She ends up meeting and falling in love with a guy named Keller, and it's like their love story, but I'm pretty sure it has like the saddest ending ever, apparently. Yeah, I think you just learn about her trauma and like his trauma, and like it's just really sad is what I've heard. I picked this up when I was listening to Red Taylor's version, so like that's probably the reason. But anyway, I really want to finish it because I want to know what the ending is and I kind of want to have a good cry. The next book that I want to read is one that I've tried to read like at least 3 or 4 times now, but for some reason I've never been able to finish it. But it's Truth Witch by Susan Denner. If you remember, like 5 or 6 years ago, this book was everywhere on BookTube and everybody loved it so much. I just really want to read it because I know that this series is so good. I know that I'm gonna love all of the couples in this book too. This is in a world where people can be like witches, like a specific type of witch. You can be like a wind witch and control wind. You can be like a thread witch and see like threads or like connections between different things. I follow 2 girls. I forget what their names are, but one of them is a truth witch who's like the rarest kind of witch. She can tell a truth from a lie, and then her best friend is a thread witch, and I'm pretty sure they're on the run for some reason, and they're like best friends. It's like about their relationship. I know that each of them have their own romance too. I really have to read this book. Everybody loves it so much. Like people rave about it and talk about how it's so underrated, and I want to be one of those people. Okay, next are backlists that I have to read. The first one is The Last Magician. I forget who the author is. This book has been on my TBR like since time. Lisa Maxwell. I think this one also has like a slow burn romance in it, which is the main reason why I wanted to read it. I heard that it's kind of similar to The Diviner. Not only also putting off reading the rest of The Diviner series. I think this book is about like time travel, and she's trying to steal magical artifacts. So she has to travel back to 1902 to steal an ancient book. I've just heard that it's similar to the Diviners, that it has a romance that I'll probably like in it, so yeah, that's why I want to read it. The next backlist that I want to read is actually any one of Colleen Hoover's backlists. I only read one book by Colleen Hoover, which is It Ends With Us, and it like became one of my favorite books of all time. I know that Colleen Hoover's kind of sus sometimes, but I kind of want to try reading another one of her books just to see. So I know that there's like All Your Perfects and like Ugly Love November 9th. Like, I think I actually have like all of them. So if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know, because I'm down to try reading one of her other books. Okay, so those are all the books that I can think of right now that I really want to read before the year ends. Obviously that's like not gonna happen. Probably the majority of these books I'm not gonna be able to read, so like you'll probably see them again in like the books that I have to read in 2022, like The Clown That I Am. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for this video. Please let me know what's on your TBR before the end of the year, and also please let me know any like festive, seasonal, wintry, atmospheric reads, because those are my favorite books to read around this time. And I live in Canada, we get hella snow here, so I just love like getting into the vibes. So yeah, please tell me any books, because I've been on the search for them. And yeah, I think that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Once again, make sure to check out their links in the description. I love Book of the Month, like no cap. Yeah, make sure to check them out, and I hope you guys stay safe, and yeah, enjoy the winter, my favorite season. Bye.